Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Persona 4 Arena Part 25. In the previous video we continued our Aigis adventures, we made it into the TV and we fought Kanji. Let's get back to it. Been a few days since
I recorded alright, Tatsumi-san?
The last video because I had a brief respite after finishing Cold Steel 3, and then I started the Cold Steel 4 Let's Play faster than I expected. So this LP's kind of back on. I'm gonna shoot for every other day, maybe occasional daily uploads. We'll kind of see. I want to at least do every other day. For now. I helped Tatsumi-san off the ground and called to him. After repeating myself several times, I hear a groan.
No! Damn it! Ow! Oh, whoa! Hands off!
I'm sorry. If you can't stand, then I'll carry you.
I pick up Tatsumi-san, who is still lying down with both arms.
Whoa! Damn! You're a hell of a lot stronger than you look. Whoa, 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 whoa! How come you're carrying me like this? Like a bride or something?
This is the spousal method of carrying.
Yeah?
No, it ain't. It's the bridal... Whoa, wait a sec. Are they pretty much the same thing?
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess it just depends on how you want to phrase it.
Tatsumi-san, you seem completely fine.
That's what I've been saying! Stop with the Tatsumi-san crap. It's making my skin crawl. Just call me Kanji.
You don't object to being called that? I'm an artificial person, after all.
Huh? Who cares? If I say it's fine, then it's fine.
My God, he's so based.
Will you put me down already?
When I put down Kanji-san as requested, he turns his back and repeatedly scratches his head. I feel as if his demeanor has changed compared to how it was before the fight. His loud voice and rough words are the same, but the sense that he will not listen to a word I say is gone. I feel that I can make myself understood now.
Well then, Kanji-san, allow me to ask again. Where are we? And what did you mean by opponent?
Huh? You're not an enemy that Ted set up for me?
Ted? Are you referring to the bear who appeared on the monitor?
This is a fighting tournament. Only the winners get to keep going. I lost this time. But oh well. I wouldn't make it in the big leagues.
Oh, no, Kanji. You totally make it in the big leagues, man. You could go pro.
That sounds like something Akihiko-san would say.
If they'd put you in the game, you probably could have thrown the football clean over the mountains.
Huh?
Sorry, I was just talking to myself.
Gotta say, you pack one hell of a punch. Got me real good.
Punch? But I didn't throw any punches.
Gatling cannon.
Listen though, the rest of this tournament ain't gonna be so easy. My senpai are waiting up ahead.
There are more people here. Could you estimate how many?
Kanji-san smiles dauntlessly and gives me a thumbs up. I don't really understand why, but I give him a thumbs up as well. Good job. Then Kanji-san keels over. I rush in to catch him. When I look into his face, he is still smirking, but has passed out. It seems he was fighting through his fatigue for the sake of his pride. He doesn't seem injured, so I carefully set him back down on the floor. Suddenly, that costume, Kanji called it Ted, appears again on the monitor.
Intruders are persona users. Due to difficulties in elimination, they will be acknowledged as valid targets.
Using that mechanical tone of voice again. The intruders must be me and the others. Since I won't be easy to eliminate, it appears that he's changing tactics. But what could he mean by valid targets? Monitor screen turns off once again. Just like before, it flickers back on after a few seconds. It's the same face as before, but a completely different attitude.
Woohoo! What a fox! Keen to join in on our fun? I'm A-okay with that if you're up for a little fighting. I'll wait for you in the next arena up ahead.
This is more how he sounded at the beginning. He's gone back to normal, or at least recovered from the abnormality.
Oh, silly me. If you're cutting in, you don't know who I am.
Oh, introduce yourself.
I
The miraculous
am General
Tedster?
Teddy. Remember that name well.
General Teddy. Apparently he really is a teddy bear, and a general. He doesn't seem like one, but a number of things he said caught my attention. Joining in on our fun and arena. These are in line with the tournament Kanji mentioned. Is this tournament being held here? The monitor is silent once again and does not return. I do not think I will make any progress if I remain here. I poke my head through the door where Kanji-san appeared to check my surroundings. What looks like a school hallway leads straight ahead. There appears to be no danger nearby. I manage to hoist Kanji-san's body over my shoulder and try and leave the room.
What?
Something gets stuck and prevents me from proceeding. I stop and check, but I cannot see any obstructions. Both of the sliding doors fell off when Kanji-san came in, and the way is completely open. It should be wide enough for me to pass through easily, even with a person over my shoulder. Just gonna smush Kanji to death, yet I cannot proceed. Something is getting stuck. I slow my walking speed and check to see what part of me is getting caught. That is how I discovered something surprising. Nothing is blocking the way, yet only Kanji-san's body cannot pass through the door. It seems there is an invisible wall, one that is selective and prevents only Kanji-san's passage between the room and the hallway. Something Kanji-san said comes back to me. Only the winners get to keep going. Is this what he meant? I increase the sensitivity of my various sensors, but I cannot detect any wall here. I have no way of destroying what I cannot touch. Which means I have no choice but to leave Kanji-san here.
Oh well. I will come back for you later. Please stay safe until then.
Once he comes around, he's still a Persona user. It's not as if I'm leaving someone behind who can't fend for himself. I reluctantly convince myself to move on. Plus, there's a piano. He could learn to play that, while he's chilling. You ignore all the shoes in together and the creepy ritual. Probably not the best vibe to practice. While moving down the hallway, my sensors continue to pick up disturbances from everything in the school. It all looks so normal, though. There is a line of glass windows on the wall. Outside is a field level with the ground I am walking on. I seem to be on the first floor of the building. Eventually, I reach a doorway and cautiously venture outside. There is barely any difference in temperature or atmospheric composition compared to the real world. But the lack of wind is unnatural, and there are other discrepancies between here and there. I turn around and inspect the building, its exterior. This is indeed a school. I would know, I've been to many. I walk along the wall and go around the building. Soon I reach what seems to be the main gate. I turn towards the school building once again and come to a realization.
I recognize this place.
I have seen a photo from this angle in the preparation materials. As I recall, this is a high school in Inaba. To make sure, I step past the school gate and check the nameplate. The name engraved on the gate's pillar is Yasagami High School. I cross-reference the name with my map of the area and find a match. This is confusing. A real-world location has been completely recreated inside the TV. Are you saying the strip club from Chapter 3 of Persona 4 isn't real? Was it a real-world location? What about the sauna? Oh no! You're saying heaven doesn't exist? Why is it structured like nesting boxes? Just then, I sense something move in the corner of my vision. I quickly turn to view it head-on. It's a uniformed girl. She is running straight through in the opposite direction of the field. Is she a student? No, this is not a real school. That's what you think. Could she be the senpai Kanji spoke of? But a moment's thought highlights an important detail. Her pale skin and hair color. There can be no mistake. It's the girl I saw for a moment at the airport after the hijacking. I immediately chase after her, but the girl is much faster than I anticipate, and I cannot close the distance. I release a portion of my foot speed limiters and finally get close, until I'm able to grasp her right arm from behind.
Huh?
Hello. The girl stops and turns around. There is a surprise on her face, and she stares in wide-eyed wonder at my form. Though I am surprised myself. The instant I take her hand, a flash of intuition charges through me like electricity. This girl is Labris. I am unaccountably convinced.
Who are you? That's one funny-looking costume you've got on.
Oh, Well,
Oh, of course. You're mixed up in this racket too, aren't you?
Racket? Does she mean the
no,
tournament?
I am not in this tournament of my own free will.
Really? Then you mind letting me go? I'm the student council president. I can't be letting people run wild at this school.
Student council president?
Didn't I tell you to let me go? Are you trying to get in the way of my work here?
The girl looks at me with an irritated expression. How strange. She speaks as if she really is leading an ordinary life here at school. She was aware that she was inside the TV. Would she say such things to me?
If you happen to know, could you please tell me what sort of place this is?
Huh? It's the first floor of the classroom building. Can't you tell?
Huh? Is it possible that you don't recall entering a TV?
A TV? Listen, I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm kind of in a hurry here. Can I go now?
Before you do, please tell me something. Who are you?
Who?
Oh god, no, you asked the question of power.
I don't even know. I just told you. I'm the student council president. What hole have you been hiding in? The elections were just last week. Are we done now? Because I got places to be.
The girl ends the conversation sternly, shakes off my hand, and runs away again. In an instant, she had disappeared into the school building.
Please, wait!
I go after her, but just as I enter the hallway and round the first bend, something blocks my path. Your nose? It belongs to her. But I can't see what it is at all. I can't see it, yet when I reach out my hand, I can feel it. I think I know what this is.
That wall again!
The invisible wall that prevented Kanji-san's passage. It's most likely the same thing. Once again, I am surprised. I can touch it, yet my sensors detect nothing. And it's much stronger than I had imagined. It repels even gunfire, physical strikes are nothing. I was gonna, I was wondering if she was gonna shoot it, but yeah, she just like casually, yep, of course she used her Gatling cannon on it, I mean, come on. I attempt various methods to destroy it, but before I can, the girl disappears from view.
It seems I am forced to try a different route.
I consider the situation once more. Was that girl truly Labrys? There are too many factors now indicating otherwise. Her appearance and the feel of her arm when I grasped it a moment ago. Both are strong signs that she is human. If she is entirely artificial, then she could not be part of an older generation of models than myself. Maybe they just did a really good job on her and a really bad job on everyone else. Her speaking patterns, her voice and behavior are also indicative of known human patterns. According to the records of Labrys' development, she was sealed away soon after. Even I stumble with natural human speech. She could not have become that proficient in so short of a time. She's not a machine but a human, so she cannot be Labrys. Usually I would not hesitate to make such a judgment based on the available data. Yet I still cannot shake the feeling that she may be Labrys. That intuition I felt earlier, what caused it? This case remains murky. I feel as if my senses are being muffled by a thin cloth. But I cannot leave her be. Even if she is not Labrys, that fact itself means that she's in danger. I quickly look for an alternative route. Saves in Aigis' route? What? Is that allowed? I backtrack the way I came and run outside. Suddenly, I am enveloped in a tidal wave of sound. These are human voices. Gatling cannon. The cheering comes from an enormous crowd. I turn around and a thick mass of people run towards me out of nowhere. They are boys and girls in school uniforms. It is clear that everyone is looking at me.
This is impossible.
How did I fail to detect so many humans? But then I notice it. There is white noise running through all my sensors. It is the same feeling that I had before fighting Kanji-san. What is this? As I stand in thought, the students close in on me. I ask what business they have with me, but the uproar drowns out my voice. I cannot attack them, so I have no choice but to edge backwards. Soon my back is against a wall. I look around for an escape route. Luckily, there was a door beside me. I hurry inside to find shelter. Okay, so fine, she didn't start blasting. The room I've entered appears to be spacious. It is dark here, but I believe it is the gymnasium. Here and there, folding chairs and gym equipment are piled in heaps. It looks like the result of some strange ritual. Suddenly, a light shines in the corner. Upon closer inspection, I can see a monitor showing something. It is airing some familiar faces. Are we doing the cutscene? Okay. I mean, I'm going to assume this is the same, and we've seen it like 4 times now, so... It is kind of weird though that the other Persona 3 characters didn't see that cutscene though. I don't know, maybe it was different. Hard to tell. I'm not sure what to say about the video. It seems to be modeled after promotional videos for martial arts tournaments. I noticed appearances by Kanji-san and the host General Teddy. The other people shown must also be participants. It is safe to assume they are all Persona users. As if watching my reactions from somewhere, General Teddy appears on the monitor, replacing the video.
Looks like you're officially getting in on the action. Welcome! Look, everyone, another challenger!
Without warning, there is a loud sound. The doors in every direction open at once. Excited students pour in, cheering and yelling. Before I know it, I am surrounded by people, with no means of escape. General Teddy grins at my situation and raises his stubby arm.
Then, bring out the next opponent!
They're not stubby, they're just appropriately proportioned. A spotlight shines in on a spot where the crowd parts. A female student can be seen. She has short hair and wears a jacket. She looks very athletic. I recognize her face from the video. Her name was Chie Satanaka. She steps in front of me, bouncing from foot to foot.
I heard that you're elbowing in on the tournament. Suits me fine. Let's do this!
I don't think we've had Chie show up. I mean, she showed up briefly in Akihiko's thing, but aside from that, it's probably been a while since we've had her in one of the storylines. As she finishes her speech, she takes a fighting stance. Just then, a gleaming silhouette appears behind her. It is another Persona. Chie-san extends her hand, palm facing up, and motions with her fingers, taunting me.
Ooh, she's ready and raring to go!
Alright, +1. You get a +1 for that. This is strange. Chie-san's willingness to fight is odd enough, but even stranger are the students in the crowd. Even when seeing a Persona up close, they show no signs of alarm. Come to think of it, how did they get here? I cannot believe that they are all Persona users. But even if they were, would they be so excited over such brutality? While stuck in a mysterious world filled with potential dangers? That does not seem likely. Perhaps my basic assumptions are faulty. Could they, like these buildings, be unreal? I cannot jump to conclusions, but I decide to take offensive. I turn to the monitor. Gatling cannon. General Teddy is bouncing up and down, gleefully.
I will fight on one condition.
Which is?
Interesting, he answered me. I can hold a conversation with him, which means he can see and
That
hear
you
me.
immediately release all these students from this school, or rather from this world. If you do that, I will fight as you wish.
Tut tut! Are you making demands to me? Before you get too worried about other people, why not worry about yourself?
I will not fight unless you guarantee their safety.
I glare at General Teddy through the monitor. I didn't want to involve the students, but I have an idea.
Sheesh, what a stubborn girl!
He snaps his stubby fingers. They're not stubby. The room instantly fills with light. I ward myself against it by covering my eyes. A few seconds later, the brightness fades to normal. As my eyes adjust, I see that the students have vanished.
Ta-da! Is that what you wanted?
The general smiles proudly. My guess was correct. If the students were fake, it is easier for him to remove them than to talk me into fighting. As a result, my sensors detect the movement when the students disappear all at once. The only human here is Chie-san. Looking around, it seems that not everything disappeared. Human-like figures remain, as if the shadows of the students were burned into the scenery. There were several about the gymnasium. Their readings are similar to shadows, but they show no signs of hostility. So these are the true forms of those students. They have been unmasked.
Honestly, you're in no position to be making demands, you know. I'm making an exception just this once because it's no fun if you don't both go at it tooth and claw. Even if you don't resist, your opponent will show no mercy. It'll be a grisly sight.
Now you say that, but she's also just been standing there while we're talking, so, you know.
Come on! Even if the crowd was still here, would you not have hit back when I hit you?
No. The safety of the people must be prioritized above all else.
By God, she's based.
That's pretty cool of you, actually. But self-sacrifice doesn't mean much coming from a machine. They can just fix you right up. Oh, that's right. It doesn't even count as self-sacrifice for a machine. It's just what you're programmed to do. You probably don't feel pain or anything, huh? It just seemed that way because you look human.
You may not understand, but I can sense pain as well.
Really? That's such a weird thing to program into a weapon. Doesn't make any sense to me.
That's...
As I struggle to answer, Chie-san smiles
Well,
wide.
that's fine with me. Means I can fight you without pulling any punches.
Her smile disappears and her eyes spark with fire as she launches herself at me. I would rather not fight her, but she is a persona user. I clench my teeth and make myself ready to intercept
If
her.
I must fight you, then I will.
Hey, oh god. So, I mean, we technically did one fight with Aigis already. I don't remember what she does in the slightest. She's got like a gun. She's got a Gatling cannon. I don't know.
Finally!
Strike! Dash! Move down! Dash! To try and hop back! Going! Dash!
Oh god. Okay, so that's kind of like a medium range. Okay. What's your thing? Okay, that's like a little back step. Oh, okay. I don't know what that is, but thank you. Oh god.
Such a what?
Alright, we won. She did literally nothing. Okay.
Oh, sheesh. Wow. You're definitely a pro when it comes to fighting.
But it's not really a fair fight.
I'm sorry. Are you alright?
Yeah. But boy, I didn't stand a chance against you. Hey, what's all this about you being a robot?
You didn't interpret anything from the Gatling cannon? She seems upset by her loss, but she seems cheerful. She didn't show this open-mindedness before the fight. Perhaps as with Kanji-san, I could make peace with her by... No, it is vain of me to think that is possible. Her words echo in my mind. It doesn't even count as self-sacrifice for a machine, it's just what you're programmed to do. I hate to admit it, but her observation is
I
correct.
may seem like a ridiculous machine to you, but I'm still...
Huh?
You can't make Aigis sad! Come on, man!
Wait. You're not acting like you did before the fight. I'm surprised that you're a robot, but what gives?
Chie-san looks stupefied. Her expression confuses me as well. She stated it clearly, yet she doesn't remember? Then something hit me. Didn't things go similarly with Kanji-san as well? Could it be that something was done to the participants? No, I should avoid drawing conclusions based solely on speculation. Besides, there is something I must do first.
That reminds me. I haven't introduced myself yet. My name is Aigis.
Looks like we let our fists say too much before we opened our mouths.
I saw the introductory video. You're Chie Satonaka, correct?
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just kind of hit the button a little early.
Yep. Oh, you can just call me Chie.
The carnivore who's discarded womanhood.
Okay, you didn't need to bring that part up, and I didn't discard anything.
The start about her calling, I didn't discard it. I didn't discard
I
it.
can use a persona, but I'm just an ordinary high school student. I go to Yasugami High. So anyways, are you, seriously a machine? No foolin'?
Yes, I was created as a weapon for a certain purpose. It may be difficult to explain to you.
Nah, I can tell from the fight you're telling the truth. Huh, so you're not cosplaying.
Chie, how many cosplays have you seen that have a functional Gatling cannon? What type of competitions are you watching?
Then again, it'd be pretty nuts for someone to come out here to cosplay.
Speaking of which, Chie-san, can you tell me what this place, this world, is? I confess that I am looking for someone. While pursuing them, I heard the rumor about going inside TVs and ended up here.
Oh, right. You can use a persona. That's how you got into the TV. Where should I start?
Oh, well, it doesn't really, like, make any sense, so don't even bother, like, really thinking about it.
I don't know exactly how it works, but this place is supposedly a realm formed by human thought.
By thought, does that mean this is someone's mental landscape?
I guess so.
Then we've physically entered a mental world? Through a TV, no less? How can this be?
To tell the truth, I never understood it so well myself.
It's because it doesn't really make any sense, but...
There was this insane monster thing around town up until early spring. It created this whole world, and I got my persona because of what happened in here.
Chie-san folds her arm with a troubled look on her
Come to
face.
think of it, all this stuff should have been over and done with. But you see that ad showing on the monitor over there? It suddenly started getting shown on TV in reality. There's no way we were gonna stand for that crap to be shown. So that's why me and my friends came in here to put a stop to it.
Your friends are here as well?
Yeah, a couple. Also, that Teddy guy who's hosting this, plus the girl Rise who's serving as commentator. They're my friends too, but they're acting so weird.
He lets out a sigh.
Sorry, listen to me, babbling away. Do you think you can find this person you're looking for? Actually, could whoever it is get in here? I don't think normal people can enter the TV.
To tell you the truth, I have already encountered one such person, but
I tell her about the girl I saw. I give her all the details that I can remember. I recall that she called herself the student council president. She did not seem aware that she was inside the TV.
Oh, you mean the girl who was calling herself the student council president? Yeah, I saw her too. She was yelling into a bullhorn to stop this foolishness, but then she ran off saying she was gonna go talk to the tournament's host.
she was wearing the same skirt that you are, Chie-san. It seems to be part of a uniform. Are you acquainted with her?
No, I don't know her. It's funny, that girl said she was elected last week. But if I remember right, our student council president was a guy.
I have many doubts about her. I must meet her again and figure her out.
Thank you. I now have a better understanding of the situation. Well then, I should be going now. I would like it if you could come along, but
I know, I can't leave here, right? I'll stay put for now.
I will come back for you later. You may find it hard to trust me, but
No, I believe you.
Yo, we ain't coming back. Chie-san replies
I've been
unhesitatingly.
through so much over this past year that I'm pretty confident I can read people. Honestly, though, what other choice do I have? If you run into any of my friends, tell them I'm okay.
So what are the chances if we come back, we just find Chie trying to climb the ladders or the chairs? Like ladders? It's like at least a 95% chance. We come back like an hour, she's just on like, you know, top of the chairs, trying to get to the tippy top of Mount Cheverest. Cheverest?
I will.
After wiping the dust from her right hand with her sleeve, Chie-san extended it to me.
Aigis-san, right? So, if this was some fighting manga, we'd beat the tar out of each other, then shake hands in the end as best friends. A powerful enemy can become a powerful friend, you know?
I clasp her hand, and then judo throw her. She smiles in
Friendship
embarrassment.
can do amazing things. I saw that for myself last year. And you and I can be friends too, so, you don't need to talk like you're just an object.
Chie-san.
Don't look at me like that. You're embarrassing me. Come on, get going. Go!
Oh,
Hurry!
Chie's in there?
Yes, I'll see you later.
Energized by Chie-san's words, I run towards the entrance. I turn around and wave to Chie-san. There is more at stake than Labras. I must protect these people. I swear a vow to myself and leave. As I exit the gymnasium, I remain cautious while running down the hallway. Suddenly, I pick up a response on my transmitter, which has been silent until now. I stop and focus on picking up the signal.
Guess you hear. Can you hear me, Aigis?
The staticky transmission soon becomes clear. It is a voice I recognize very well.
Mitsuru-san?
Good. It seems you're all right too. It's been quite a while since I last used my persona in this manner. To think it would be useful in a place like this.
Is Akihiko-san with you?
No, we were separated, but I can still sense him. I doubt he'll be defeated that easily.
Okay, 1 second, need to pause. Alright, we're back. She is speaking not of carelessness, but trust. I know because I feel the same.
I'm sure you're aware by now, but although we came in search of Labras, we appear to have been dragged into another incident. Don't worry about meeting up for now. Under the present conditions, we'd only end up fighting amongst ourselves.
Understood.
I don't know how Labras ties into this situation yet, but be careful.
Okay, see ya. Before I can answer, the static grows louder and the transmission ends. Knowing that Mitsuru-san and Akihiko-san are okay gives me room to breathe. The invisible walls are everywhere along the hallways, forcing me down a particular path. Yo, we're back. I follow the route. Soon enough, I can see the shoe lockers up ahead. It seems I am back at the entrance. When I reach the entrance, the monitor nearby turns on, as if it were waiting for me. As usual, it is General Teddy. I take a defensive stance. This appears to be the arena for my next battle.
You're pretty good for a latecomer.
The instant General Teddy appears on the TV, my sensors pick up that noise again. My suspicion turns into certainty. General Teddy is doing something before the matches. Whatever it is makes the opponents belligerent, or something similar. I can assume that neither Kanji-san nor Chie-san were acting like themselves before the battle. That would explain why none of our stories were consistent afterwards.
Well then, bring out the next opponent!
I hear light footsteps. A young man wearing his hat low arrives.
Naturally, of the three of you, you're the one I encounter first.
Why you gotta say it like that? He shrugs his shoulders and pulls the brim lower. This boy was also in the promotional video. His name was Naoto Shirogane. I bring myself to high alert. He said 3 of you.
You know about us?
On hearing my question, he smiles
Did
cynically.
Mitsuru Kiwijo not inform you? I don't merely know about you. I was there at the airport. The Kiwijo group seems rather lax for a multinational corporation, allowing a machine to act autonomously and take command. To be frank, watching you fills me with pity. Perhaps the kindest thing to do would be to give you a merciful end.
Pity?
Your existence is inherently a deception, isn't it? You're a machine, and a weapon on top of that, yet you look human. Those who meet you think you're human. You even seem to believe it yourself. Truly pitiful.
I have no answer to this. Bro, evil Naoto? She kind of hit. As much as I don't want to believe it, it's all true.
You will go to consider yourself human in order to activate the ability to wield a persona. Your appearance and your heart are only prerequisites for that power. I'm sure you've realized it already. You will never find the means to cross the gap between the human heart and your mechanical frame. No matter how much you want love, you'll never earn it. At best, people grow fond of you.
He sounds as if he knows for certain. hang my head in spite of myself. I mean, it's kind of hits a little different knowing that this is kind of probably from informed by Labrys's perspective.
The more I consider the matter, the more I genuinely pity you. I'd best hurry up and put an end to your pathetic life.
Naoto-san draws his gun. Before my eyes are lowered, I am slow to react. Or because my eyes are lowered? I already knew that we had to fight, and yet I curse my carelessness and quickly stand back up. Alright, let's go.
Finally. Fight!
Oh god, I've been... Back. Oh, you've been blasted?
Hardly fair. How unfortunate. Better luck next time.
Okay. Yeah, I think I don't know, it's kind of like an awkward time where like, we're at like a good stopping point because I'm only recording this one video and I don't want to get like stuck in the middle of a long section, but we'll keep going for a little bit longer, and if I just have to kind of skim through to catch back up in case we have to stop before a save, because I got about 10 minutes, really more like 7. Naoto-san slowly gets up. There is some staggering that seems to be caused by dizziness. I watch carefully for any changes in behavior, but I am surprised at what I hear next.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking? The mastermind behind this tournament may have some means of fogging our senses. Were you suspecting that as well?
Yes.
Seeing me nod, Naoto-san
Then we are in
smiles.
agreement. Its aim appears to be to make friends fight one another, though it's a mystery to me as to why it would do such a thing.
Naoto-san brushes some dust off and walks
But
towards
the
me.
battle is over and the interference has been lifted. Given past examples, the pattern is clear. How about it? Why don't we talk things over?
I have no objections. Naoto-san seems to understand everything. I nod my head, relieved.
I am Naoto Shirogane. I work as a detective. I agreed to act as an observer for the police regarding the special cargo, met with Kirijo-san beforehand, and accompanied her to the airport.
So that's how you knew about us. I recall seeing you in the introductory video along with the other competitors.
They're good friends of mine. I attend Yasogami High, the same school as them.
I see. So after you finished your business and returned to your hometown, that video appeared on TV. Is that correct?
That's right. At least that's what I should say if I wanted to feign innocence.
Yeah, don't lie to her, Naoto.
What?
The real reason I came here is because I was tailing you. It was for a secret investigation.
For who?
Naturally, I cannot reveal my client or what their aims are, but I'm sure you have your own secrets to keep. What do you think? As long as we're in the same boat, why not cooperate?
I've become tense at the mention of a secret investigation, but that is not important now.
It would not be wise to continue to stand in each other's way in this situation.
I accept Naoto-san's hand and we
How
shake.
much do you know about this world?
Your friend told me it's a realm formed by human thought. In which case, why a school?
This place varies according to people's mental state. When someone enters it directly, they have a much stronger effect on it. For a normal person with no persona-based resistances, a dangerous situation will arise where their shadow goes berserk. That happened frequently in the case I was involved with last year. This false school may have something to do with it.
I consider Labrys. According to her specifications, she should be able to use a persona, but did this come from her mind? Why a school? And why Yasagami High School of all places? He has no prior knowledge of the place. He has never even visited Inaba. But if that girl is Labris, she undoubtedly has a heart. It is possible that something like what Naoto-san suggested could
I
happen.
assume you have a theory already?
No.
Yes. Thank you very much. I believe I'm slowly starting to understand what's going on.
Are you? Would you like to share with the class? I looked down the path ahead. But before I go, I turn and ask Naoto-san a question.
Would you mind telling me something? Why did you tell me about your secret agenda?
I suppose because it wouldn't be fair otherwise.
A wry smile spreads over Naoto-san's
Given
face.
that I cannot leave here and must trust my friend's fate to you, it would be unfair to continue deceiving you. But not only that, you carry out your duties with little care for your true appearance. You and I are not on equal grounds there.
My true appearance?
Consider it a sign of my respect for that. I still seem to have a soft spot.
Naoto-san's smile fades and she looks at me solemnly.
Aigis-san, I ask only one thing of you. Please save my friends.
That is my intention.
Thank you. I'll wait here, secure in knowing that.
We nod to each other. Kie-san, Kanji-san, and Naoto-san are also different, but they are connected by a strong bond. Knowing that fills my heart with warmth.
I am curious, though. When you refer to your true appearance,
Oh god.
do you mean the fact that you are a woman?
As soon as they started playing the happy music, all of a sudden, you knew there was gonna be some shenanigans.
What?
Am I mistaken?
Oh, well...
Your clothing hides it, but my sensor scan shows the body measurements of a human with female proportions.
Why do you have that feature?
What do you mean? How much can you see?
Suddenly, Naoto-san loses all composure and turns red, covering her chest with her arms. I noticed that the pronouns changed like mid through Aigis' thing, but okay. What happened? I don't think I said anything to warrant such a reaction. Just then, General Teddy interrupts over the monitor.
Hey, enough with the chit-chat! Hurry up and move on to the next!
Would you like to know your current measurements? From top to bottom, they are...
Oh my god.
That's quite alright.
Never mind, little old me. Please finish that line of thought. I demand it!
Teddy, go to horny jail.
How did we get so off subject? If you're going to go, please hurry and leave.
She yelled at me. I must have said something rude. That still happens every so often. An innocuous remark can greatly upset someone. Yeah, innocuous. I must keep practicing. I climbed the stairway and noticed a silhouette in one of the classrooms. Looking carefully, it could be that student council president, Labris. I will be relieved if I had caught up to her so soon. But the hand I raised to knock on the door inadvertently stops. Wait, could she be my next opponent? She wasn't in the promotional video, but neither was I, yet I am being forced to fight in the Grand Prix. But there's no point in worrying about that now. I cannot change the path I take, nor the opponent I must face. I prepare myself and knock lightly on the door.
You're that girl from before.
Alright, we'll find out if we gotta fight Labris next time. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part, and bye guys.